Told you, man. Never again. Yeah, like you were.
Like my little hand motions there with that?
Yeah, I like that. You were. You almost had me do it sooner than I wanted. Yeah, but you were. I will not be tempted. We're gonna first time every time. You understand me?
I understand you.
Okay, cool. So welcome to another episode of Itchy Sweater Podcast. We are your humble servants. Oh, we're not? Oh, we are. Jim Hall, Carl Bismarck. Just shaking your head over there. I don't know. I know what you wanted from me.
I don't know. Hey, I was wondering if I was still Jim Hall or Carl Bismarck. I don't know if I'm still Kyle anymore. I'm about ready to change my name on my license.
I honestly don't know which one we are. I don't know if you're Carl or if I'm Carl or if you're Jim Hall.
I'm about to change my name on the license.
Okay, who you want to be?
Jim Carl Bismarck.
Ooh, nice.
Or
Jim Hall Bismarck?
Or Jim Hall Bismarck.
Yeah, you could be Jim Hall Carl Bismarck. You can have like 8 different middle names like Patrick, like Tom, Edwin, Patrick Brady Jr.
Carl Hall, Jim Bismarck.
Yeah.
Jesus.
All right. So today, since we are in playoff mode, and definitely Kyle's in playoff mode because I'm going to go ahead and say it right now.
Boy.
How about them Niners?
How about them, baby?
The Niners just
not
won.
A fan.
The Niners just won their first playoff game and probably their first of, I think, many. Go ahead and it's this one. You were about to hit the joke
rim
button.
shot.
Yeah. It's not a joke.
No, it's definitely not a joke.
Yeah. So
a joke would be to say that Seattle was going to beat us.
Yeah. And that'd be hilarious. That's a good joke. Anybody who said that should be a stand-up comedian. Oh, Miguel.
In your face.
But anyway.
Andy, Brian, Walter, Donald, calling you all out.
Almost the entire
You're all a bunch of jokes.
Entire job site that we work at is pretty, but bunch of haters, absolute haters,
drinking the haterade.
I hope they listen to this podcast, this one specifically, to know that we, it is what it is.
It is what.
I'm not even a Niners fan, and I'm happy for you.
But well, you're honorary, not a fan.
I'm an honorary Niner fan this season.
No, not a fan.
Not a fan.
There you go. Can we kind of admit that we screwed up on this list, though?
Oh, we did awful.
We did absolutely horrible.
We are looking at our NFL tier list, and we really screwed the pooch.
Yeah, we
this entire list is bad.
We made some questionable decisions.
This entire list is pretty awful.
Hey, we got one right.
We did get one right. That's really about it. Some teams that we said were a dumpster fire are. Some teams that are in bad actually weren't that bad.
No. So what we're referencing today is we did an episode a while back. You guys can go back to. It was called Nflol, and we were basically, it was before the season started. Actually, I think it came out the day,
like that Sunday. That football Sunday,
first Super Bowl Sunday, 18 weeks ago.
Yeah.
That Super Bowl or that the Super Bowl journey started.
Yeah.
And we thought these teams were going to do good, bad, just absolutely ugly. And if you guys want to go ahead and go look at that on YouTube, you see the whole list. But what we're going to do today is we're going to reorganize how it should have gone.
Yeah.
And you will see the playoff picture, the dumpster fire teams, the teams that were
yeah.
We'll talk about some of the things that they did and how the statistic leaders of each one of those teams did. So
for sure.
Let's start off strong with the one that we got right.
We got the Buffalo Bills,
the
right,
Buffalo
baby?
Bills. They're still Super Bowl contenders.
Yep.
They really are. And shout out to that. See, I don't know how you're going to do that.
It'll be fine.
Shout out to that team because the whole thing that absolutely everybody now knows about, it doesn't matter if you were a sports fan or not, Damar Hamlin had a very serious, what'd they say was it? Was it a heart attack?
Cardiac arrest.
Went into cardiac arrest in
which
between
I guess it's kind of a heart attack, yeah.
And here's something I'm going to say. Nobody should be going after T. Higgins for that.
No. It was nobody's fault.
It was nobody's fault. It was luck of the draw. It wasn't a big hit. Go look at it.
Yeah,
because
he got up.
Authority, and you are all wrong. I mean, you really are. If you're blaming that guy for that hit on him, you're just an awful person.
I'm sure. Unfortunately, you probably got a lot of like hate
death
mail,
threats, stuff like that. Yeah,
just something that just it was not on him at all.
It wasn't,
because Hamlin got right back up and he just collapsed.
Yep,
it wasn't because of it.
And I mean, I've seen the comment Josh Allen make about, T. Higgins should not be getting any hatred for this. It wasn't his fault. So even the quarterback of the team agrees. And I'm pretty sure if that means he agrees, the rest of the team agrees. So
and I don't think I'm hoping it's not a Bills fan base. Because the Bills are very passionate about their team, obviously.
Very, very.
But they are fair.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm hoping that not a lot of them are sending that, because I feel like they're one of the more sensible fan bases of the NFL. Even
if you're not a Buffalo fan, you're a Buffalo fan.
Yeah, they do more damage to their own bodies than they do to other people.
I think that's why our age group goes along well with them, because it's kind of like Jackass for the sports world.
Yeah, they're absolutely bonkers, but yeah.
But they're where are they at this year? I should have had this ready. I'm so sorry, everybody. They are actually in the playoffs. They're playing as we speak. They're playing Miami.
Yep.
And they're 7:57 left in the first quarter. They're beating Miami 7-0. Shocker.
I'm surprised it's not more than that.
The supposedly, this is without me really doing a lot more research. Supposedly they're starting their third string quarterback on Miami,
which is not a good idea, but it is what it is.
I think Raheem Mostert is out.
Okay.
So
that's just bad.
Yeah.
Dolphins that sucks.
But
and Tua still isn't even out of concussion protocol, is he? So even if they wanted to play him, they probably couldn't.
Exactly, and I think something's wrong with Bridgewater. But the Bills ended up being something that I can't find, and I don't know what's going on with my phone. And this is all regular season stuff.
Yeah, it is.
So the Bills ended up being first place in the AFC East at 13-3.
Mm-hmm.
And earned themselves a few Pro Bowlers along the way. Shocker, Josh Allen and Stephon Diggs.
Mm-hmm.
Center Mitch Morse, and Jordan Poyer at safety. So they can make a decent run. Honestly,
Diggs has been just balling out of control all season.
And they've got something to play for at the moment. They're kind of riding a high, if you would.
Yeah, they definitely want to play for their teammate there.
Yeah.
And then you got the Dolphins.
Let's go with the Dolphins. The Dolphins.
Right. Now we put them in tough to beat.
And we did that because of, I think purely, I can't remember back then, but I'm gonna say purely because of Tyreek Hill.
Yeah.
Tyreek Hill, Jalen Waddle, Mike McDaniels got them going pretty well this year.
Mm-hmm.
They ended up being 9-8, so second in the AFC East behind the Bills.
Yeah.
They are playoff contenders.
Yeah, but it's hard though, because they're playoff contenders does mean that you will get in the playoffs. So and that's what they did.
Yeah,
so they're there.
You know what? Mike McDaniels is really going to turn that team around. You know, he was under Kyle Shanahan. I'm being biased because Kyle Shanahan is one of the better coaches right now in the NFL, and he's my coach. So
yeah. I definitely think they're not going to win the game that they're in. I think they're going to be a first-round exit.
Yeah.
And I like McDaniels. I think he should be the coach for a very long time.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's definitely a breath of fresh air for that team. I think he's a breath of fresh air for the NFL.
Oh, definitely.
Like he's a younger guy. I like the way he talks. He likes to crack jokes. He's really funny. If you ever hear his mic'd up on the sideline, he's hilarious.
Have you seen that clip of him walking through when they're all stretching and he's listening to, "Bitch, who do you love?"
Yeah.
Kind of bobbing his head through everything. And they say Mike McDaniels is like the kid whose dad left for the weekend and he's running the business while he's gone.
Yeah. I think when he was on the sideline, I don't know if it was Tua or who it was, but he's like, "Man, I was looking at your mechanics in college. You were trash." I think he was talking to Tua.
God dang. But Miami, probably first round exit.
Yeah.
They're Pro Bowlers this year. Tyreek Hill,
Oh, for
Teron
sure.
Armstead, and Xavier Howard.
Tyreek Hill was a very good addition to that team. I think he'd probably be a good addition to any team, but still.
I mean, you kind of figured he was going to be in the Pro Bowl anyways if he didn't make the Super Bowl. So,
all right. Right up next, we got the New England Patriots, who we put in. Where do we put them?
Oh, right there.
Oh yeah, there they are. Tough to beat,
man.
Which I guess you could say that. I think that's pretty spot on. Because they made a decent run, but then their quarterback situation got weird.
They're 8-9 in the third, 8-9 third in the AFC East behind the Dolphins. I guess we're doing AFC East first,
right?
Man, they didn't really shine like they did last year.
Not at all.
What's his Tom Brady Jr. What's his name?
Tom Edwin Patrick Brady Jr.
The new Scuba Steve. What the heck was his name?
Oh, I can't remember his name. Yeah,
Mac Jones.
Mac Jones. Jeez.
Daddy Smack Jones really didn't impress. Man,
he showed promise last season, and then this season it just kind of was like, oh, what happened to him?
I guess they went through. Was it 2 quarterbacks or 3?
They went through 3. Well, 2.
2 different quarterbacks at least.
Yeah.
And just really didn't do much with it.
Yeah, they kept flip-flopping.
The only thing they really got out of it this year was a Pro Bowler and Matthew Judon. And I'll tell you what, man, that guy's a freaking insane person to have on the edge.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
He's
sometimes your pass rushers can be, the really good thing about it.
Yeah, they are. Anyways.
Next we got the New York Jets, and we had them in dumpster fire.
How wrong were we?
We were pretty bad. We were pretty wrong about that.
Man, if I was able to see just like halfway through the season,
yeah,
I almost probably would have put them in playoff contenders.
Probably so. If I saw like how good they started, especially your boy White. What's his name?
My God, Mike White.
Mike White, yeah.
Mike White was awesome.
He started going. He got nuts first 2 games, but then like after that, he kind of just was like, oh,
yeah. And
I guess he's just not that guy.
And they also got who's going to be an amazing player from, even if it's not for them in a few years. Sauce Gardner.
Sauce Gardner is
a rookie year Pro Bowler spot.
They're gonna have to pay him big time.
He's gonna be just so fun, man. I've seen comparisons to Deion Sanders.
Yeah.
And they're really not wrong, man. This kid is doing amazing.
Yeah, he's got it going on.
They definitely knew what they were doing when they got him. Unfortunately, they were last place in the AFC East at 7-10.
Which, looking at how they started, I did not expect.
No, definitely not. I still don't think Robert Saleh is the answer for that team.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I wish he would have stayed. And now that DeMeco Ryans is with us.
And Zach Wilson is definitely not the answer.
Oh, he's – I don't get –
That was bad.
I mean, congrats to you, MILF Hunter. I hope you
MILF
make some progress on those MILFs.
Maybe he'll get mommy. Maybe he'll get
Rhea Ripley?
Rhea Ripley, yeah.
But they earned themselves 4 Pro Bowlers this year. Like I said, Sauce Gardner, Justin Hardy, C.J. Mosley, and Quinnen Williams.
Absolutely.
I agree with C.J. Mosley. I don't know all their stats. Quinnen Williams, I honestly just don't see, but that's just me, and I'm not looking at his stats. So maybe next year in New York Jets, you guys showed a lot of promise this year. You definitely did.
You really did. Now we got the Baltimore Ravens. And we went ahead and put them in tough to beat.
Tough to beat, man. Were they?
And they're in the playoffs.
They're in the playoffs. So
I guess they're playoff contenders. That's one up. So
here's the problem with the Baltimore Ravens this year. I thought they were going to be tough to beat just because of Lamar and what Tyler Huntley did last year, stepping in for Lamar.
Mm-hmm. But they're
wrong.
Yeah, like as soon as Lamar went to the sidelines, it did not look good.
This was supposed to be his year that he got paid too.
Yeah.
And now unless he shows promise over the offseason, he might not get paid as much as we thought he was going to get paid.
Mm-mm. I didn't think that the Baltimore Ravens would be in the playoffs.
No.
Honestly didn't.
No.
So, good for them, but I do not. I thought the record, I don't know. They're just the Baltimore Ravens are kind of weird. Sometimes they show like just flashes of brilliance, and then you don't know what kind of team they're going to be on a week-to-week basis. So I don't know about the Baltimore Ravens.
Yeah, they were crazy because they ended up being 10-7, so they were second place in the AFC North behind. I want to say it was the Bengals. And
their record looks better than what they played.
It definitely does.
Yeah.
But I mean, if you look at this list, so all the names I keep reading are Pro Bowlers. They got Justin Tucker.
Yeah.
I mean, the GOAT of kicking at the moment.
Yep.
Patrick Ricard, who's the only other relevant fullback that people know. Shout out to your boy Kyle Juicy Juice.
For
He's
sure.
the best.
For sure.
Mark Andrews at tight end, Marlon Humphrey at corner, Devin Duvernay at returner because Devin Duvernay was insane this year, honestly. And their midseason acquisition, Roquan Smith at linebacker, who I was very surprised that Chicago let go.
Absolutely.
Like I said, they were 10-7. These guys, I don't know. I thought after losing all those running backs last year, they were going to be healthy. Everything was going to be fine. I don't see them making it after first round. I don't see them making it through it.
No. And who are they going to play?
They're playing the Bengals.
Oh yeah, they're not.
They're definitely not winning it.
Yeah.
So, maybe next year. I don't know. We'll see what happens over the offseason with Lamar. But
speaking of, we got right up next. We got the Cincinnati Bengals, who we got right. They got Joe Breezy, Joe Feisty, Joe Shiesty.
You know what? At this point, yes, they're playoff contenders.
Absolutely.
I almost see them at Super Bowl contenders. They didn't really lose much from last year. Of course, you got your Pro Bowlers are Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase, and kind of surprising, but not really, Trey Hendrickson at defensive end.
Yeah. I don't mind that.
They're coming off of a loss at the Super Bowl. They've got a lot to prove. They're a young team.
Yes, very.
Your boy didn't make it though. McPherson.
Oh, dang.
He didn't.
Come on now.
But he might have made second team, but I don't know.
Yeah.
But Cincinnati, they ended up being 12-4, so first place in the NFC above.
Which is pretty good.
And you know what? I mean, we weren't wrong. We knew they were going to be. Like I said, they didn't really lose anybody, so it wasn't a big change.
Yeah.
Jamar Chase did Jamar Chase things. Joe Shiesty was still Joe Shiesty.
Yeah.
We found out that T. Higgins can still do his thing. Samaje Perine can still do his. I can't remember who's the other running back. Joe
Mixon.
Joe Mixon.
Yeah.
Joe Mixon can still run the ball. I remember a comment about that video from Mr. John Conway, one of my buddies in Mariposa.
Shout out John Conway. Shout out Mariposa.
Thank you, sir.
Yep.
Was expecting that. He called me out and said Joe Mixon has not played for any other team like we said he did.
Yeah,
so I am sorry, but I'm still right. So
even when I'm wrong, I'm right.
Even when I'm wrong, I'm right. And here's a little fact. I wanted to put these on here too. Did you know?
I like that for that.
Burrow is the first Cincinnati quarterback to reach the Pro Bowl since Andy Dalton in 2016.
Oh, wow.
Ouch, that hurts, but shout out Joe Shiesty.
Yeah. Shout out Joe Shiesty. And the only reason I wouldn't move them up is because of the big four teams that I've named.
Yeah.
You got the Bills, them Eagles, them Chiefs, and them Niners.
Not a fan.
That's the only reason I wouldn't move them up. But the Bengals need it. It would be nice. But I don't see it.
No.
Yeah. So up next, we got them Cleveland Browns who were 7-10, who were fourth
in that division.
In their division.
Man.
This is the lowest.
Where
we put them at bad. And they kind of were.
Here's the thing.
They weren't tough to beat.
They weren't, but I don't feel like they were a dumpster fire.
Oh, no, they were. We put them in the right spot.
Yes.
They were bad.
We were right.
Yeah. Now here's my question. Do you think if Watson was able to start, Do you think that their season would have been better? Because I don't.
No.
Okay.
No. And here's the problem. I had high expectations for them.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't really flash this year.
No, and the excuse for that, of course, is that, well,
he
practice hasn't played for like 2 years.
He didn't practice.
And he didn't practice.
For 13 weeks or something like that. Couldn't practice till week 13.
Yeah, which I get.
Yeah.
But even then, even in the games that he could play, I don't see it.
Maybe we'll see something next year.
Maybe we will.
Maybe.
It's hard to judge.
I mean, yeah, he did something bad. I'm not saying what he did was right. Maybe that'll all be behind him next season. Maybe he gets traded to the Patriots and goes and bees with Robert Kraft, who maybe they'll open up their own salon, or not salon, but massage parlor together.
I don't think. I don't think it will be behind him because I don't think the fans are going to let it be behind him.
I want to see what he does with a full year. So he's back into it.
Yeah.
He's still young.
I want to see him actually be able to practice and see what he can do.
Yes.
I never really thought Deshaun Watson was that good.
No.
But we'll see what happens.
He flashed with the Texans quite a bit. I mean, he had some decent players around. But, I mean, he still has some decent – I mean,
he's got plenty of years.
He's got the best route runner probably in the whole league, Amari Cooper.
Yeah.
He's got Nick Chubb.
Yeah.
Who made the Pro Bowl, of course.
Their team is good.
Their team is pretty
It's
decent.
all about how they manage it.
Exactly.
If they manage that team like we kind of have seen them being managed, it won't be good.
Give him another chance
Give
over
him a
this
full
offseason.
season.
I want to see a full season of Deshaun Watson. Nothing but Deshaun Watson.
Yeah, me too.
And maybe they'll be tough to beat.
We'll see.
But,
the Browns have just always been weird.
But they got some Pro Bowlers, Joel Bitonio at guard.
Okay.
Like I said, Nick Chubb running back.
Absolutely.
Myles Garrett at defensive end.
Myles
swinging them
Garrett.
helmets, baby.
I forgot about Myles Garrett swinging them helmets.
And did you know? I am not doing that every time.
That's going to be a 3-hour episode.
That's going to get old. Chubb is one of the 3 Cleveland running backs to make 4 consecutive Pro Bowls, joining Jim Brown, Pro Bowler from 57 to 65, and Leroy Kelly, who nobody I know knows except for a real Browns fan.
Yeah.
From 66 to 71. So
Okay.
he's in good mentions.
That's not bad.
But I want to say the next one though for sure. So we just will keep going. Oh, speaking of swinging helmets.
Oh, them Steelers, baby.
Man, where did we?
Because the NFC North is the hood of the NFL. They are 9-8, and they almost made it.
Man, they
almost made it. They needed the. Who do they need to lose?
Oh,
I forgot who they needed to lose.
Yeah, they needed somebody to lose.
But they won. They won their game.
They did.
And near the end of the season, they were doing some really good stuff. So they were actually, we put them in bad. They were actually tough to beat.
Was this our first year without Big Ben?
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah. They started Pickett.
Wow. No, we didn't put them in tough to beat. We put them in bad.
No, I'm saying we put them in bad, but they
definitely were tough to beat.
And they almost made the playoffs.
They almost did.
Yeah, you cannot count out Mike Tomlin, man.
No, and that's the thing is he's never had a
losing season, and he still doesn't.
That's insane. After however many seasons.
Yeah, he's been with them for a very long time. Because the last person I remember was Cowher back in 2000.
Cowher.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I can't even remember. Yeah, and then Tomlin came in and just picked up the slack.
They've only had 3 head coaches. Did you know that?
Yep,
that's insane.
That's wild. They don't fire their coaches.
No,
they don't go like, oh well, but like Tomlin's still gonna have a job.
Oh, Tomlin's gonna have a job until he wants to retire.
Exactly. It's something about the Steelers where they actually believe in their coaches.
Yeah.
so maybe something's gonna happen there. They got some picks.
They did.
So yeah,
they did.
I think they'll be fine.
You know what? They got rid of what's his name? The receiver.
Oh.
He went to the Bears.
Yeah, I can't remember his name.
I can see him right now. Chase Claypool,
yeah.
They got rid of him. He went to the Bears, and they got picks for him. But I guess they didn't really need him because, I mean, they almost made the playoffs.
Yeah, and they're going to get something better.
Oh, definitely.
In the draft, so.
Pro Bowlers for them were T.J. Watt at outside
Of
linebacker.
Of course.
And Minka Fitzpatrick at free safety, who I feel is kind of overrated. I don't know. That's just me.
He's solid.
I think he's tied with like 4 other corners at most interceptions this year.
Yeah, you definitely don't throw his way. That's for sure.
No. But here, I want to do this one. I got to do this one because I find this one very interesting. Did you know?
Let me know about it.
The Steelers have sent multiple players to the Pro Bowl for 22 consecutive seasons.
That's wild.
Isn't that nuts?
Yeah.
And I guarantee you a majority of them were defensive.
Yeah.
I feel like Pittsburgh always been known for the defense since the Steel Curtain.
Yeah. One of Pittsburgh's biggest issues is that they are in a very, very hardcore division. I think if you put them in a little bit of a softer division, they'd be better.
Hey, probably.
Yeah. Next we are dipping into my division.
Let's go into
we
that
got
AFC
them,
South.
We got the Houston Texans.
Them Southern fellas.
And we're right. We were right.
Bro,
look at the record.
we were right.
We were very right.
They're 3-13-1. They kissed their sister at one point in the season. Which for all you people that are not inbred, we'll say.
Hopefully all of you.
All of you, hopefully. Kissing your sister basically means it's a tie.
Yeah.
It's just as bad as tying.
Yeah.
Kissing your sister. It's horrible.
And the only reason they didn't finish only 2 wins is because the Colts decided to just beat the Colts, and they lost their last game.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah, it is what it is.
But hey, they got picks for Deshaun Watson that are going to come up.
It's funny that their win got rid of that first round pick.
Rid of the very first pick. Isn't that crazy?
That's so funny.
All they had to do was lose, and they'd have the first pick. Yep. Nope, you get the second now.
And there was a conspiracy that Lovie Smith knew he was on his way out, so he made them.
Wouldn't that be amazing?
He wanted them to win. So
yeah, they were god awful.
And that's so sad because Lovie Smith is a great coach.
Great coach.
And he should not have been on that team because anybody on that team would have been fired first year.
Oh, guaranteed.
And Lovie Smith is a great coach.
Mm-hmm.
That's not. I hate that he went out that way. That sucks. I remember Tony Dungy and Lovie Smith in the Super Bowl, the Colts versus the Bears, and they were the first black coaches in the Super Bowl together. And that was
really?
Yep. And it was a historic moment. And Lovie Smith is a great coach, and this is how he ends his tenure. It sucks.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Pro Bowlers for them, Laramie Tunsil. That's about it.
That's it. That's all you got.
Oh,
all right.
I know this is a touchy subject.
Speaking
I am very sorry about this. We were definitely wrong.
My poor Indianapolis Colts, they were bad. They were very bad. 4-12-1. Now, the only reason I don't say they're a dumpster fire is because of the. Actually, you know what? Because of the circumstances, they actually were a dumpster fire.
And where did we put them? Tough to beat?
We put them in tough to beat.
And was it playoff contenders?
Oh, my God. I don't know.
Oh, it was tough to beat.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I from the very start of the season, before the start of the season, I said Matt Ryan is not a good idea. Matt Ryan is a liability because he is.
Yeah.
And he definitely was.
Well, and not only that, this year we got to find out that now he holds 2 records.
Yep.
Biggest
comeback loss in the Super Bowl. And biggest comeback loss in NFL history. Against the Vikings. So.
Yeah, and that's when we thought the Vikings were going to fuck around and find out with everybody else.
Yeah. And that this team is just a shame. They fired Frank Reich, which they shouldn't have done in the middle of the season.
Hold on.
If you fire Frank Reich, fire him at the end of the season.
About that.
Don't fire him in the middle of the season.
But about that, who came in?
Jeff Saturday.
And he didn't do horrible.
No, but a good organization. The Indianapolis Colts are not the Cleveland Browns.
That is very true.
You don't fire your coach in the middle of the season.
That is also true.
You wait.
You wait.
Let him finish it out. Frank Reich is an offensive guy anyway. Maybe he can make something happen. We probably wouldn't have blown the freaking Minnesota lead if Frank Reich was head coach.
And you probably...
and plus there was some ref ball going on there for both teams.
Yeah, definitely.
That was weird.
It's weird because this year, now since that we've been doing this and I hang out with you a lot now, I've paid attention to the Colts.
Yeah.
And not as much as I do with my Niners, but I paid attention with the Colts and just... I see it, and I'm like...
This is chaos.
What happened to Jonathan Taylor? Why did you get Matt Ryan? What happened to the team that just barely almost... They were tough to beat last year. They almost made the playoffs.
Yeah, and we draft a good young QB, Sam Ehlinger. Why go... Why... I am so tired. I am so tired. It's been year after year after year after year where the Colts are hiring geriatric quarterbacks that are on their way out. And I'm tired of that. Like, get a young, I don't know, maybe Sam Ehlinger. Maybe start him, build around him, and then you got something.
Yeah.
He's a good quarterback. We only saw him play 2 games.
Exactly.
And I did not see him lose those games.
No.
Sam Ehlinger,
a lot of the people around him.
Yeah.
And like I've told you, I think you guys can be good. I know we've gone through trade scenarios, and I want DeForest Buckner back like freaking madman.
I know you do.
But I think you guys still can be tough to beat next year. I'm not going to change my mind for next year just because of what they did this year.
Yeah.
I think it was just bad luck.
Mismanagement.
Bad
Like,
mismanagement.
the firings did not make sense.
I have told you time and time again, who do you have to pay? Literally Shaquille Leonard? If you haven't paid him already?
Yeah, we got to pay Defoe. We got to pay Jonathan Taylor. Okay, although he got hurt.
That's 3 people you have to pay.
Yeah.
The rest you can do is you can take those draft picks. You can take that that free agency period. You guys can do it.
I still like Gilmore. Yeah. I like it. He won a couple games for us.
He was mid.
He won a couple games for us.
He was mid this year.
Hey, if you win a game, I don't think you're mid. I think you're an asset.
He didn't do as well as I thought he would do this year.
I mean, he won 2 games. Picked off Dak a few times.
You guys just need, like you said, quarterback.
We need
some receivers.
I think
you'll be good.
I think if we draft a quarterback, sure. But I don't think you need to.
Which is what it's looking like right
now. We're definitely probably going to draft one. I don't know if we're going to trade for one. If we draft a good QB, fine, and we get maybe a good 1-2 receiver, I think we'll be fine.
You have a Pro Bowler.
Yeah, we do.
Quentin Nelson, that's it though.
Absolutely. And
should have been Defoe.
Probably have to pay him too. Yeah.
Should have been Defoe. But I'm just gonna let you keep taking this division since it's your division.
We got the Jacksonville Jaguars, which
that sucks. We'll get to that.
Ended up being very strange.
That
we put them in tough to beat, and sure, but they actually ended up getting in the playoffs.
They went into that Charger game last night. So as of today, don't change it, Jets. What are you doing there, bud?
Sorry.
What are you doing?
I'm sorry.
What?
I'm sorry.
I wish you guys could see what's going on. They made the playoffs.
Yep.
And they beat the Chargers. They got out of the wild card round.
They got out of they beat
were
Tennessee
first in their division.
Yeah, out of nowhere because Tennessee Tennessee just started sucking all of a sudden.
Tennessee's got a very bad quarterback problem.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, they do.
We will get to that.
But look at the Jags, man. I'm proud of them.
You know what? But here's what's crazy. No Pro Bowlers.
No, none.
They got no Pro Bowlers.
And we were like, oh, they're going to get some picks again this season. They end up making the freaking playoffs.
And they found out, man,
in Sunshine, Trevor Lawrence.
I don't know if I said on the last episode we did about football, but I will stand by Trevor Lawrence every day.
He's a good QB.
He is a good quarterback. He just needed a good coach.
Yes.
It was not Urban Meyer. He needed that coach.
Yeah.
I think I'm a secret, like a closet Jaguars fan, to be completely honest.
Because to be where they were to where they are now, I love a good comeback story.
I was fan of Maurice Jones-Drew when he was a quarterback there.
Yeah.
Or, sorry, not a quarterback, running back. Please don't hang me on the cross because I said that.
It's fine. He corrected himself.
And what was his name? David Gerard? I think he was a quarterback.
What was David Gerard? I know he was on their team, but I can't remember where he was.
Fred Taylor? Like, I remember these guys.
The Jags are something else.
When Jalen Ramsey was still good, he was with them. Like, dude.
Yeah.
The Jaguars were definitely.
They're having fun. They remind me of the Steelers last season when they got in the playoffs.
Oh, yeah.
They're like, we're just gonna have a good time.
Here's the problem.
Yeah.
Who do they play next?
Oh, they got who do they have next?
Kansas City.
Kansas City. Yeah, so
they might lose. If they can smack that ass and be like, man? Hey, Mahomes, you're a bitch.
Coming from the AFC South, all right? I will say it. Yep. I know it was a fluke.
I know you just said it.
I know it was a fluke, but the Colts beat them.
They did.
So, hey, coming from an AFC South, man, it could be
an
upset.
It could happen.
It could.
Is it going to? It's
Probably
very
not.
Unlikely.
Yeah, but it could.
It could happen.
It could.
Let's see.
Last but certainly not least, them Tennessee Titans, who we had tough to beat. And yeah,
I mean they were tough to beat.
I expected more from them.
They ended up being second in division at 7-10.
Yeah, which makes them tough to beat in my opinion.
Derrick Henry,
definitely not bad.
Derrick Henry was like third in. I wonder if I can find that.
It was another really good year for Derrick Henry.
What was it? NFL leaders list, something like that. What the hell? Not Tom. God dang it. I don't know. Derrick Henry was top 3 in rushing yards. I know that. Mm-hmm. We'll just stick with that.
Yeah.
He did Derrick Henry things.
Yeah. He's still that guy.
You know, they're not too far off from where they need to be either.
I would say they're one of those teams who's a quarterback away.
They need to figure out their quarterback situation.
Yeah.
I really wish they would stick with Malik Willis.
I do too. I don't think Tannehill's
not that guy anymore.
He's mid.
He's mid.
I never thought he was that good to begin with. I think he was a decent. He was a mid quarterback on a good team.
Mm-hmm.
And you know,
I mean, they like we said, they got a Derrick Henry is a Pro Bowler, and Jeffrey Simmons, defensive line, is a Pro Bowler.
Oh, Simmons, I forgot about Simmons. Simmons did really good this year.
So they didn't do horrible, but you know, they didn't make playoffs. It happens. Maybe next year.
And here we go to the AFC West. Oh my God,
man,
man, we were wrong about this team.
This team,
the Denver Broncos. We were so wrong about them. They didn't even make the playoffs.
No.
And we said they were Super Bowl contenders.
They were 5-12. They were last in the division.
Yep. So they were actually bad.
They were
just flat out bad.
Horrible.
Just flat out bad.
Broncos country.
Let's die.
Let's cry. Let's die.
Let's burn.
Put a needle in my eye. I mean, God, dumpster freaking fire almost.
Wow. What a bust Russell Wilson turned out to be.
Can you believe that?
That's insane.
But here's the thing. Seahawks fans are loving it because they get like a top 10 pick.
Yeah. And Geno Smith.
Oh, my gosh.
Geno Smith is actually really good.
Well, we'll get to that. But, I mean, who would think that all those people that they signed, you know, my former Niners that were there, who didn't really do anything, Russell Wilson, I mean, to have those receivers, those running backs,
and
garbage.
And we knew last season, they were a quarterback away.
And I don't know, you can correct me if I'm wrong. There was a whole thing about the toilets in his house.
Oh, yeah.
And the touchdowns. Did he get as many?
He actually made more touchdowns than bathrooms in his house.
Holy cow. And he has how many in his house?
I think it was like,
11 or 12?
13? Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Oh, my God.
So he actually surpassed it with that win they had late in the season. But, yeah, I didn't either. But that's a shame, man. I'm so sorry.
He was bad.
That's awful.
But they got Pat Surtain the second as a Pro Bowler. And go ahead and hit it for me, big guy. Did you know Surtain is the first Broncos cornerback to be selected to the Pro Bowl since, I wish I had a drum roll here. Don't do it. Nope, that don't work for me. Chris Harris Jr. in 2018.
Hey.
And
they're definitely they couldn't fire their coach quick enough.
Yeah. Is the first Broncos cornerback to be selected to the Pro Bowl in his second year of the league since Deltha O'Neal in 2001.
Wow.
Yeah. And then we got these bastards.
Them Kansas City Chiefs. Patrick Mahomes, who is a future Hall of Famer.
Oh, for sure. Oh, Mr. No-Look Sidearm himself.
Yeah. You can't.
I mean,
you just can't count them out.
I hate them because they beat my team in the Super Bowl. They're the reason we don't have Hey, no.
I'm getting there.
No, yeah, definitely.
We actually put them in playoff contenders.
We did, and by all means, they are a freaking Super Bowl contender without Tyreek.
Oh, for sure.
I remember we didn't put him in Super Bowl because he lost Tyreek.
Yeah.
They got Juju. They got
and
what was that?
Marquez, Valdez, Scantling.
Thank you. I had to do the hand motion to remember his name.
Yeah.
And Jerick McKinnon, who wasn't good for the Niners for the whole 3 years he was there. He was always hurt.
I think there's something.
He was good.
Yeah.
I mean,
I think there's something we didn't take into account.
Patrick
Andy
Mahomes
Reid
himself.
Well, yeah, but Andy Reid is our coach.
Andy Reid makes those bomb-ass cheeseburgers, apparently. That's what they were playing for.
Man, I'm telling
Victory
you.
cheeses.
Andy Reid, the only rival to Andy Reid as far as coaching goes is Bill Belichick. That's it.
Shit, yeah.
Because Andy Reid is just, he's a mastermind.
Dude.
He's just a mad scientist.
And get this. Not only did they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, but 7 Pro Bowlers.
That's basically a whole line.
You got Orlando Brown Jr. at tackle.
Either.
You got Chris Humphrey at
Hollywood Brown.
center, who's got a sweet mullet.
Uh-huh.
You got Chris Jones at defensive tackle.
Yep.
Travis Kelce at tight end.
Yep,
who could
of
or
course.
could not be the greatest tight end of all time, apparently.
Nah, you got to go against people like Shannon Sharp for that title.
I know. But that's what they're giving him nowadays, and it's pissing me off.
Nah, I wouldn't say that.
You got Patrick Mahomeboy at quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
You got Joe Thuney at guard.
Yep.
The punter.
Oh, yes.
Tommy Townsend.
That man.
Even got it. It's insane.
When your punter gets into the Pro Bowl, that's something else.
That's what they say. It's like the highest total people they're sending to the Pro Bowl since 2013.
The Chiefs are they're just crazy, man. Like Mahomes makes quarterbacking look like it's just child's play. The types of plays that they're pulling just out of nowhere, it's third down on the goal line. Let's just do something tricky just because, and then they get in there.
You know what an improviser is, right?
Absolutely.
I think we need to change that word.
Oh,
we just need to call it Mahomes.
We just need to call it Mahomes.
He's Mahomesing.
He's
a Mahomes quarterback.
Oh, look at that Mahomes he just did.
He's Mahomesing.
Yep.
Dude, he is insane.
Dude, the only if he is I like a good quarterback who's actually a good quarterback.
I hate him because he's so good.
Yeah, but
I hate him because he's so good.
I like Mahomes because he doesn't get talked about as much as Brady does, but he should.
Oh, definitely.
And I think he should even now. I know he doesn't have the rings. He probably will.
He probably will. He's only in like his third, fourth year.
Yeah,
like that.
and he's already got one.
And he got that 10-year...
And he almost got a second one.
$500 million freaking contract.
Yeah. He almost got a second ring if they didn't do that, whatever they did with Tampa Bay that one year. That was strange.
But you know what?
Yeah.
I don't want to play him, but if they end up being Super Bowl champions, by all means, he earned it.
Yeah. And nobody wants to play the Chiefs.
Deep down inside, I hate them, but
they're such a scary team.
Yes.
The only team who doesn't seem afraid of them is the Bills. That's it.
Because they play them every year in the playoffs.
Yeah, and they got a future Hall of Famer in Josh Allen.
Shit.
Yeah.
Let's go with them
Raiders, who we put off in playoff contender. They were actually bad. They were actually bad.
Who sounds like they're getting rid of Derek Carr this offseason.
Which I expected. I think they should actually get rid of their coach.
As of now, the two names that I have heard, if they go for another quarterback, are Aaron Rodgers and Tom Brady.
Yep.
Which is insane because every Raiders player hates Tom Brady.
Basically,
so
yeah.
How is that going to work out?
Yeah. And we know about the whole Tuck debacle back then.
That's what it was. But I know we said it.
They were the Oakland then.
Right.
But yes.
They were going to be tough to beat, playoff contenders because of Devontae Adams, Josh Jacobs, who I think led the whole league in yards this year.
And Derek Carr was not bad last year.
He wasn't. This year, he just couldn't connect.
Yep. Wasn't going right.
They played my Niners this year, and wow, that was a sweater.
Yeah.
I turned the game off in the end of the third quarter because I thought they were going to lose.
What kind of fan are you?
Fucking horrible fan. They were 6-11, third in the AFC West.
Yep.
And
that's
showed,
a very
man.
accurate record. Because they played like a 6-11 team. It was like, ugh.
But here's the thing.
I don't even know if they should have got 6.
Look at these look at these three, just these three
Mm-hmm.
Pro Bowl contenders. Oh, and the other reason was because Chandler Jones went there this offseason. Him and Max Crosby were supposed to dominate the edge.
Correct.
Did not.
They did
the
not.
only thing that Chandler Jones did this year was send Mac Jones's head into another dimension.
Yeah.
But with that, the Pro Bowlers they got were Devontae Adams at wide receiver, Max Crosby at defensive end, and Josh Jacobs at running back because damn well worth it.
It was so funny because he didn't even need to do Mac Jones like that. He just sent that man to the shadow realm for no reason. He didn't have to do that.
I don't know where he is anymore.
Yeah, he did not have to do that.
No.
That was just spite.
Let's go back to last
But
night.
let's go back
Let's go to last night.
To last night. We're talking about the Jaguars even more so because last night,
Saturday, January 14th,
they just upset by 1 point the Los Angeles Chargers.
and we were right about them.
And we were right. We put them in playoff contenders, and they ended up being that way. It didn't look that way
Now,
in parts of the season, but they were there.
my only gripe with them, they were 10-7. My only gripe with them was that they took the kicker I wanted.
Yeah.
But I guess we can't replace good as gold, Robbie Gold.
How do you replace that guy?
I don't know. But I want Cameron Dicker.
Isn't he like 100 years old?
Dicker the kicker.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, yeah. He's like, dude, I think I said last night he's in his 18th year.
Good God.
Kickers kick forever.
Especially if you're good.
Yeah.
If you're a good kicker.
Dude.
If you make those game-winning kicks, like if you're Evan McPheasy, Evan McPheasy is going to be in the league until he's 60.
He better be in the same conversation as Adam Vinatieri.
He's going to be a Vinatieri. Like he's going to have that gray beard, and he's still going to be kicking.
I hope so.
I still miss Vinatieri. What a great addition he was to the Colts.
Yeah.
He won a lot of games for us.
Vinatieri was my. It was Mason Crosby and Adam Vinatieri were my kickers growing up, and Sebastian Janikowski.
Oh yeah,
because he was the biggest freaking badass kicker.
Huge. Yeah.
They, as of today, shocker, Khalil Mack was one of their Pro Bowlers.
Return to the Mac, baby.
And Derwin James.
Okay.
He was
I'm okay with that.
I think this year he was a comeback player.
Yeah. And Herbert, man, he fought through he break his ribs?
That guy. I think he's going to be another very decent quarterback.
Yes. Excuse me. I think if he plays his cards right and he gets, whether it's this team or with another team, I think he'll at least get one ring. I see Herbert getting a ring.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I'm focused on this team that I cannot stand because I live here now.
Them boys. The Dallas Cowboys. We put them in tough to beat.
I mean,
they ended up being playoff contenders.
They were tough to beat.
Yeah. They're extremely inconsistent. And every Cowboys fan knows that.
They're second in the NFC East at 12-5. Okay.
Yeah.
I was, and I'm still am, shocked the way I now listen to what people say coming into the store about this team.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to the playoff. They're going to the Super Bowl. Fuck that team.
They're rings, baby.
Horrible.
Six rings.
This team, the fans and the players,
the fans upset everyone.
They've got something in common.
Yeah,
they're both inconsistent. I love them. I hate them. I love them. I hate them. Screw them. Fuck them. I hate them. I love them.
They're inconsistent because they're inconsistent.
It's insane.
Nothing's gonna wipe that stain off of Dak from last year. That slide.
You're right.
Oh
I don't know if I don't want to play them. I am. They are definitely. They show to be playoff contenders.
They're kind of scary, but only sometimes. You don't know which team you're gonna get.
But it's just their defense that worries me.
Yeah, something like I was saying, they played down to the competition.
Oh, definitely.
The Colts game shouldn't have been as close as it was.
Look what they did against the what are they called now? The Commanders.
The Commanders.
Look what they did. They lost.
Yeah.
Dak threw, I think, two or three
picks or something like that. Yeah. You don't know which team you're going to get when they step out on that field.
But they did have, I think, 8 Pro Bowlers this year, and it showed. But Ezekiel Elliott and Dak Prescott were not either on there.
Yeah. And Zeke actually did better this season than he did last season.
He still doesn't deserve the money, and I think
he doesn't.
If Jerry Jones is anything smart, which he's not,
keep Pollard.
Get rid of Zeke.
Yeah.
Get your picks because you're
get
your
picks
out of him.
Yeah, absolutely.
And probably get rid of Dak and be completely honest. Your backup was better.
Yep.
We're going to say
that's true.
Pro Bowlers were Zach Martin,
Mm-hmm.
DeMarcus Lawrence,
Of course.
Micah frickin' Parsons.
Who's been balling out of control.
Insane.
Who,
was at the point of Defensive Player of the Year.
Yeah. Who's in some legal trouble right now.
I'm sticking with that too. Was in contention for playoff or Defensive Player of the Year.
Yeah.
Trayvon Diggs, who was great last year. CeeDee Lamb, who wasn't too
Jerry
bad.
had a CeeDee Lamb.
Yes, he did. And Tony Pollard, definitely running back one. And Kevontae Turpin, who was known for his running the ball back, doing his best Devin Hester impression.
Either.
But let's move on to the team that, God, I hope we play and shut my father-in-law up.
The New York Giants.
Who'd have thought that Brian Dabble, first year, would take them 9-7-1, the third in the NFC East, to the playoffs?
This is how wrong we were on
We
them.
were.
We were as wrong on them as we were on the Denver Broncos. We put them in dumpster fire. We put them boys in dumpster fire, and they are playoff contenders.
It is insane what getting Saquon back does for you.
Yeah.
Just getting Saquon, man.
Yeah.
I didn't think he was going to ball out.
I didn't either.
Of course, he was a Pro Bowler, and Dexter Lawrence, defensive tackle.
And they got a great coach.
No, love Brian
They got
Dabble.
a great
Brian
coach.
Dabble he was great.
And he seems like a fun guy.
He does.
He seems like somebody you want to play for.
Yes. We were completely wrong. I thought Danny Dimes wasn't going to do anything this year.
Oh, absolutely.
They had they really don't have any standout receivers.
They don't for some reason, but they just
But they've
their
been
coach
doing-
got them together.
Yep.
And they've just been playing hard.
They've been doing good.
Yeah.
And they fucked around and got into the playoffs.
And every team they face at MetLife Stadium gets injured because of the
Fuckers. Injured my Bosa, you
such
bitches.
a bad stadium.
Supposedly they're lobbying to get grass.
They
now.
should. I
think
think
they
every stadium should have grass.
I think so too. That's what you grow up playing on.
Yeah.
Well, not unless you're these rich fucks that live in Texas that go to Westlake and whatever the other one was, like Travis.
Yeah, I think it just makes sense.
Yeah.
And you won't have as much injuries. You won't have turf toe. You just let them play on grass.
Jesus.
Now this is a
we were
scary team.
Hold on, go. Where are we? Hold on.
We put them in playoff contenders.
Where are they?
Right there.
Oh, they're right there. Oh.
Yeah. And
wow.
they're
I just
looking-
want to say wow.
yeah, I mean the Eagles, man.
The Eagles.
We did have it kind of right. We put them in the playoffs, but man, they're Super Bowl contenders.
Jalen Hurts is not hurting.
He's no
He
longer
is
hurting.
Loving life.
Yep.
They have showed that, oh my God, this boy can play like he did at, what was it, Alabama before he got hurt?
Bama.
Or at Oklahoma where he got his Heisman and all
Homa.
that. Dude, just amazing. Amazing. You know what?
You know what? Congratulations, Jalen. And good thing you're not hurting.
I did not think he was going to do as well as he did. So, hats off to you. Diego, I don't know what you said, but I guess you were right.
I think he had good high hopes for him, and they ended up being some serious players, man. So I am very, very proud and very happy for that. Even though they're unbelievably crazy, that fan base.
And 14-3, man. They did so well. You listen to this list of Pro Bowlers they got, and it's half the offense.
Yeah.
Or it's half the team. You got Jalen Hurts, quarterback. This one I didn't agree with. I think my running back should have made it. Miles Sanders.
Oh, Miles Sanders, yeah.
Landon Dickerson at guard.
Mm-hmm.
Hassan Reddick at linebacker.
Yep.
Jason Kelsey, who everybody loves
Of
Jason Kelsey,
course.
the center. Darius Slay, big play Slay.
Uh-huh.
Lane Johnson. And the best receiver that they could have got this offseason, A.J. Brown.
Oh, yeah.
That man changed that organization around, and I think he will be there for the rest of his career.
Probably.
It's just insane. So, hats off to you, Eagles.
Yep.
You
Even though I would never
definitely-
want to step foot in that stadium as the opposing team because I might not make it out alive. But congratulations.
Oh, for sure. Let's move on to the 3-name Washington team.
Oh, them commies.
Ooh, the commies. You bunch of communists.
They actually ended up being
freaking 8-8-1. Where did we have that? Oh, my God.
we had them in dumpster fire, but they were actually
semi-decent.
they almost made it to the playoffs. They were another NFC East team. The whole NFC East was about to make it into the playoffs.
Yeah.
They ended up not making it to the playoffs. Kind of a luck of the draw situation, even though they just beat the Cowboys. It's just kind of how that happened. But they were almost in the playoffs. I'm going to go ahead, but since they didn't make it, and we're just going to go ahead and put them in tough to beat because they ended up being tough to beat.
Yeah,
and
they definitely surprised
How
me.
about Heineke, man?
How about Heineke? How about Wentz? The games he played, he actually did good.
Yeah. When they brought him back, he didn't.
We
do
were
great,
dogging him.
Yeah.
I mean,
but
Terry McLaurin did pretty good.
Heineke played for his spot, though. I don't think Wentz played up to Wentz was who he thought he was. Actually,
I don't know if he'll be there next year though.
No.
Heineke?
Oh, Heineke?
I don't think he'll be there next year.
Why not?
For some reason, I feel like they want to go with
who Wentz?
No.
Oh,
or maybe Wentz because they started him at the end of the year for 3 games.
Yeah, and he didn't do great.
He got him wins.
Yeah.
Pro Bowlers are Jonathan Allen, defensive tackle, Tress Way, the punter,
Yeah.
Jeremy Reeves. The hell is that? Special teams. And Terry McLaurin at wide receiver 1.
That's what I agree with. McLaurin was crazy.
McLaurin
this season. He was ridiculous.
A dog.
And that catch he made against the Colts, which ended up winning the game. Oh my God. He just completely sauced Gilmore. And it was a good catch. But,
ladies and gentlemen, in the 2023 NFL Draft, your Chicago Bears select somebody that probably shouldn't be drafted. Wow, talk about a dumpster fire.
Yep, and
we put him in dumpster fire.
Right. Yep. The only person who did anything good was their quarterback, and even he couldn't carry that team to any more wins.
When I was in Cabo, we watched them play. I think it was the Commanders.
Mm-hmm.
And wow, I thought that boy was going to die in that game.
Yeah.
He got hit so many times.
He was slow to get up in some of them.
I
was like, oh my God, it was bad. I was like, this kid is gonna come out off that field in a stretcher.
Oh, yeah, definitely thought that.
Yeah, so that man, I mean,
here's
the Cowboys, the
fuck those guys.
Bears need to do everything they need to do to make sure that he is protected. Because if not, he's out of there.
And they definitely showed that they were a 3-14 team.
Yeah,
it was just crazy. The only other team to not have any Pro Bowlers.
Mm.
And the team that apparently wants to trade Justin Fields for Bryce Young.
I don't know why.
They've got the number 1 pick. Why not let somebody else move up, take the picks, you get more? Are you that dumb? Let's build around Justin Fields. Build what was that guy? Darnell Mooney. Who did great.
Why would you get rid of the only good thing on your team?
Yeah. I mean, your defense is god awful.
Yeah.
Build there.
Build there.
Get you some line, get you some get you another wide receiver, get you a decent running back.
And you'll at
go build
least
your defense.
You'll at least be tough to beat then.
At least.
And I like if the Bears get rid of Justin Fields, they deserve every bad thing to happen to that organization.
And get this. So before this season,
Colts take them.
That's for damn sure. Before the season, I mean, they had Roquan Smith, they had Khalil Mack, both who got traded the same season.
Yeah.
I mean,
what are you doing?
What was the point? I understand you're garbage, but goodness.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you who was not bad and was not dumpster fire.
Who's that?
Them kitty cats.
Them kitty
Detroit
cats.
Lions.
The Detroit Lions. We put them in bad.
Wow.
And they almost made the playoffs.
They almost made the playoffs.
And what a statement they made.
Dude.
The last game against the Packers.
They eliminated the Packers.
Yep.
They were already eliminated, and they thought, you know what? What's more scary to play? The Chiefs? No, I shouldn't say the Chiefs. The Bengals?
Mm-hmm.
Or a team that's got nothing to lose?
They went out there and just
beat that ass,
just
bro.
went
It was
crazy.
insane.
They just
ended
went
up
crazy.
being 9-8, second
Yeah.
in their division with Jared Goff.
With Jared Goff.
Wow.
They played better than their record, man. A lot of those close games they should have won.
And what's that kid named? Jamal Williams?
Jamal Williams, yeah.
Broke Barry Sanders' record for most touchdowns from the franchise at 13 in a season.
Yep.
Like, good for you, bro. Like, I really think that they're going to do their own.
Yeah, against his old team too. Like the running back against his old team.
Yeah,
that's funny.
And Pro Bowler was just Frank Ragnow at center. So you guys just keep doing what you're doing. I guess Jared Goff is your answer. I have no idea. Maybe you can take Jimmy G from us and give us some picks. I don't know.
Maybe.
But hey,
I think Jared Goff showed a lot of improvement
I
at the
think
end of the
he
season.
did.
Yeah, he
compared
really,
to what he did the year before. With the
yeah,
Rams?
and he really straightened up.
Or year before? No, year before.
Well,
that?
the year before that.
Year before that.
Yeah, he really. It seemed like something happened where he just like kind of locked in, and he just like found that thing. Sometimes like athletes need to find that one thing.
Yeah.
And if it seems like he found it, whatever it was. So yeah, he just found a rhythm.
Let's talk about this team. Let's talk about the 8-9 third place Green Bay Packers.
This is a very interesting team. The Green Bay Packers, we put them in bad.
You know what?
And
I'm
they work.
Leave them there. Leave them.
Yep.
Aaron Rodgers did not show up. Mm-hmm. He called his wide receivers trash at one point.
Yeah.
Like,
and
Aaron.
The funny thing is, I don't know if you remember, but after last season, before the season started, I said that the Green Bay Packers are going to be the Lions.
Yep. I remember that. I do.
Yep. And the Lions ended up beating them.
They might have had more wins than the Lions in previous years, but they definitely acted like it.
Yeah.
I don't know how you deal with that quarterback that's a prima donna the whole time.
And they paid him so much.
Oh, so much.
They paid him so much.
And apparently off season, he takes journeys with mushrooms and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
It's insane.
Doing the ayahuasca and whatnot. I mean, which is fine. I mean, do what you do, but be a good quarterback.
Oh, yeah. And don't be a dick.
Yeah, just like
your
team
family
under the bus.
Your
and
family
it's like, come
hates
on, man.
Even your family hates you.
The way Rodgers acts is just weird.
So you know what? I'm sorry, but you know what? I'm not sorry. You deserve that.
Do you think he will return next season?
I don't think so.
Think he retires? I don't think he goes to another team.
Man, why would you go to another team?
And they're not going to want to cover that contract.
Hell no.
No team is going to want to.
It was only like 2 years and like $200 million.
Especially with like an older quarterback.
No.
Nobody's going to want to cover that. So you either play again or you retire.
Yeah. Unless
and give Love a chance.
Unless somebody is
give Love a chance.
Oh no, I wouldn't even give him a chance, to be honest.
Jordan Love?
Mm-mm.
Why not?
I don't think so. I think there's
it's either him or you want to trade for somebody.
I would rather him go somewhere else. Yeah. Go with somebody else. Go with your Derek Carr. Go with your Jimmy G.
Honestly,
go with your whoever. Like
Love deserves better.
He does.
So yeah, I agree.
I don't think that he should. I don't know.
And the way Rodgers has been dogging him, like hadn't been really giving him a chance.
Yeah,
it's like, dude, you could be a good quarterback somewhere.
Yeah.
So,
but Pro Bowler was Jair Alexander at corner. And give me that B button, baby. Give me that B button, baby. Did you know this is the first time since 2013 the Packers have not had multiple Pro Bowl selections?
I didn't know that.
Running back Eddie Lacy was the lone pick that year.
Huh.
Crazy.
Did not know that.
Yeah, how nuts.
How about that?
You would think that Aaron Jones, they'd be running the ball like crazy. And
you would
that other guy that they call Quadzillo, I don't remember his name.
Oh, I can't remember the name either.
But I don't know.
Oh, God.
All right.
The, Minnesota Vikings, we put them in bad.
And they were 13-4, first place in the NFC. And I don't know why I didn't think about the defense.
I think
additions that they made.
I just don't think we thought they were really going to do anything.
I still don't.
And they're showing flashes of they really just kind of got lucky.
I need them to win.
Yeah.
So I can play them.
I honestly think that the Giants are going to beat them, though.
Fuck.
I honestly think that.
Come on, man.
I'm sorry.
Come on, man.
I want you to have a good road to the bowl if you get it. But I think the Giants are going to beat them.
Maybe. I mean, we'll see.
Yeah.
But they, of course, which I don't know why they had Pro Bowlers.
Yeah.
They had Kirk Cousins.
Yeah.
Justin Jefferson, which makes sense. Zadarius Smith makes sense. T.J. Hawkinson makes sense. And then one of the most random positions, the long snapper, Andrew DePaola. Those are their Pro Bowlers.
Okay.
I don't know. That team, they caught me off guard.
Yeah,
they did, and I want to say majority of it was that defense. I think that's what it was.
Yeah, I think that's something that's probably got them playing to that level. I would say their defense is probably the stars of the show, honestly.
Let's move back to the South.
Atlanta Falcons.
Atlanta.
We put them in bad, and
they were 7-10. I mean,
they almost made the playoffs. They beat Tampa Bay again. It was the last game of the season. They didn't really start Brady the whole time.
I'm still torn between putting them at tough to beat and bad.
Well, they're in a bad division. I mean, the leading team had almost pretty much a losing season.
Yeah. And their quarterback left them.
Yeah. They showed flashes of brilliance. I think, if anything, they were a little bit more tough to beat this season, but they're right on the border.
Yeah. Just put them in tough to beat.
So I'll go ahead and put them there. I think they did better.
They had shown flashes of improvement.
Yeah. And I don't know if they would have won, but they probably should have won that game against Tampa where they got that stupid roughing the passer call.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. Only one Pro Bowler, Chris Lindstrom on the offensive line.
I don't even know who that is.
I think he's what is he? I can't even remember, honestly.
He's just a lineman?
He's just a lineman. I don't know. Let's go with these guys.
Oh.
The
Carolina Panthers.
Same spot. Honestly, tough to beat. They were 7-10.
Yep, and we put them there.
Get this, okay? 7-10, second NFC South.
Let me know about it.
Baker Mayfield was supposed to be playing against them, or against the Browns, all that. We thought that was going to be ratings, this and that. It was probably big ratings. He didn't do crap.
Yeah, it wasn't good. He ended up getting traded again. to the Los Angeles Rams.
Yeah, and didn't really do much.
Yeah, he actually did better on the Los Angeles Rams.
That team, I don't know. I still think they're going to be bad. You know what?
Do you think we were wrong?
No, I think we're wrong. Put them in bad. Because look at the teams in bad.
Yeah, true.
I think those teams could beat them.
Yeah, they could. I think that's one we
weren't really sure on.
Yeah, we were semi-wrong.
One Pro Bowler, and I would love to have this guy on my team, Brian Burns at defensive end. The guy that does the Spider-Man thing when he gets a sack.
All bad teams have one good player.
Well, except for who were we saying? The Browns and the...
Oh, yeah.
No, the Bears and the Texans or something like that? Yeah. I don't really have anything to say about them. They were bad. New Orleans Saints.
Nolans. We put them in dumpster fire, and I really agree. I think we should put them right back.
Is there a three-way tie in that division?
Was there?
Am I wrong, or am I reading this right? Where am I at? Hold on here.
Well, think about who's in that division. Tampa Bay, Saints, Carolina, Falcons. A lot of them had the same record.
They were. So they also had a 7-10 record.
Yeah.
It's the Saints.
I don't know what there's nothing good I can say about the Saints. But at the same time, what am I going to say about them? That hasn't already been said. They're in rebuild mode.
Let's do this.
And they're just
Jameis Winston's not a starting quarterback. Taysom Hill shouldn't be playing quarterback. Michael Thomas is overpaid and overrated. Cameron Jordan needs to leave that team, and Demario Davis deserves better. Anything else you want to add to that? Because I really don't. And this is shout out to Tim. I'm sorry, buddy, but your team is trash.
And if their running back could keep his nose clean, they'd be they probably have a better at least situation.
Kamara. That's right. Yeah, Kamara needs to leave too. One Pro Bowler, Demario Davis.
Yeah. I'm surprised that happened.
I don't.
Honestly,
It's a tough time for them.
yeah. I think
They're
in rebuild mode.
We'll see if Sean
see what
Payton
happens.
decides to want to come back to them, which I don't think he's going to.
Yep. On to that division leader.
Tampa.
We put them in. What do we put them in?
They're 8-9.
Oh, we put them in tough to beat.
They're 8-9. And
Yeah, I
they
know.
can possibly beat the
I know.
Cowboys.
That's how bad their division is.
Wow.
They ended up being they ended up being playoff contenders. We put them in tough to beat. They actually were kind of bad.
They were bad. They got lucky because of the division they were in.
Yeah.
One Pro Bowler, Tristan Wirfs, offensive tackle.
Yep. I love being proven right about Brady.
Brady,
he got in because the division sucks. That's really it.
I don't know what to say about him. He's never lost to
a
the
bad
Cowboys. I hope he beats them. But you lost to Brock Purdy.
Yeah. Badly.
Brock Purdy's first game as a starting quarterback, you lost to him.
The Niners destroyed the Buccaneers. That was ugly.
Oh, it was disgusting.
Like
I'm
Brady
happy
was
for
having
it.
his homecoming,
Yep.
and his family was there.
He bought them all tickets.
And oh my God, that was embarrassing. I loved it, but that was embarrassing.
Let's move to my division.
Everybody knows I'm a Brady hater, but anyway.
Yes, you are.
Let's
go with the NFC West.
Them NFC West.
Besides, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and just say this. The West conferences are the hardest divisions.
Yeah.
I'm going to put that out there. I don't care.
I would say so. Every West schedule I look at, I'm like, ooh. That's hard to look at.
Yeah. And I thought because we played them this year, it was going to be rough, but it was rough.
Yeah. Yeah.
Arizona Cardinals.
We were right about them. We put them in bad.
Wow.
And they were.
Kyler Murray is a disappointment at 4-13.
As a matter of fact, because he got hurt, I'm going to go ahead and put him down one more.
Yep.
No, they were that bad.
They were bad.
Were in dumpster fire.
Kyler Murray got hurt. Everybody was like, oh, Colt McCoy, he can beat the Niners.
Yeah.
Nope. You guys suck.
Shocking turn of events.
You got rid of Chandler Jones and didn't really replace him.
Yeah.
I want to say his name was Isaiah Simmons, said he was the prototype linebacker to beat George Kittle and Travis Kelce. How well did that work, bud?
Didn't work out too well.
It didn't. Pro Bowler was Budda Baker, and I mean, well deserved.
Yep.
And B button for me.
Oh yeah.
Baker's the only Oh, I'm sorry. Did you know? Baker's the only safety in the NFL to be named to the Pro Bowl in each of the past 4 seasons.
Oh wow.
He's that good.
Wow.
And I think he deserves better.
Yeah, he does.
I would love to see him win a ring. I don't care who it's with. It could be with the Cowboys for all I care. I want him to get a ring.
Yeah.
Budda Baker is an amazing safety.
He really is.
Fired their coach Cliff Kingsbury this year.
Yep, which is probably a good decision. Even though I think you probably should have. I think Murray should have been on the chopping block more than Kingsbury. But they can't fire him.
I don't think it's Kingsbury's fault.
No, I don't either.
We'll just let him play more Call of Duty next year, and maybe he'll do better.
Yeah, when you can't fire your quarterback, you look at the coach.
Oh,
and
definitely.
Then so he was on his way out.
Maybe he should have stuck to baseball.
Maybe.
Dem L.A. Rams.
Wow. We really screwed this up.
Third in the AFC West, and we thought they were going to be Super Bowl contenders.
We thought they were going to try to do a repeat, and that was the farthest thing from the truth.
Wow. Now, there were rumors. Go put them in dumpster fire. Bad. No, put them in bad. Put them in bad. They were better than that.
Yeah.
We thought they were going to repeat. You know, they had everybody coming back.
Except for Vaughn,
which, I mean, didn't really seem to make a difference still.
Yeah, I thought it wouldn't be that big of a deal. And I don't think it would have been that big of a deal this year either.
No, but Aaron Donald is hurt now.
Yep. Cooper Kupp got hurt. And Stafford got hurt.
I don't know if he'll come back. Jalen Ramsey's still overrated.
Very much so. This year I don't think he's overrated. Last year he was because of their record.
No.
This year nobody's really talking about him. He's talking about himself.
Exactly. He's not him.
Yeah.
And Deebo Samuel proved that.
Yeah.
Anyways, the only person that they had that was a Pro Bowler if I can get back to
Who
it.
could that have been?
Because I freaking lost where I was. What team are we doing?
Los Angeles Rams.
Where are they at? Oh, LAR. That's why.
Oh.
Aaron Donald.
Oh, he made it to the Pro Bowl?
Shocker. Yeah,
Huh.
because it's based on freaking. It's based on
The
who the
popularity,
people
but-
like in the popularity game.
Yeah, that's I don't think that's deserved at all.
Give it to me one more time, DC.
Yeah. Did you know? It just sounded like I was talking to my own mic because it was the same. We're both connected to the same thing. It should be like a. Did you know?
Thank you for being over there.
There you go.
Donald's 9 Pro Bowl nods tie him with Randy White and Alan Page for the 7th most among defensive tackles in NFL history. And I believe it because the man is a menace.
Yes, he is.
I hate him because he's so good.
Yes, he is.
Matt Stafford is not good, though. But,
I would say Aaron Donald last year was the best football player, period.
Man, he was good.
Yeah.
Did he get MVP?
No, Cooper got it.
Cooper got MVP.
Yeah.
Oh, Super Bowl MVP. That's
Yeah.
right. No, they you can try again next year. Your coach might not be coming back, but I think he said he was.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if I'd blame McVay. He got a lot of bad luck.
Yeah.
He had a lot of bad luck this year.
Oh, very much.
I wouldn't put that on him.
Let's go to the team that I hate the most, and I will never take it away.
We're down to 2 big rival teams, and them Seattle Seahawks.
Sea chickens.
We put them in dumpster fire with Geno Smith.
Who would have thought that
With
Geno Smith?
They ended up making the playoffs.
Who would have thought it? And he wants to end his career with them.
Yeah.
Good for him.
Good. You
know
might
what?
as well.
The one thing I will say about them is you know what? I'm a Geno fan. I like Geno. Geno was good. Geno did amazing being a backup quarterback all these different years. And you know what? He took that to heart, apparently.
Yeah.
All the teams that he was a backup and they moved on from him, he took it personal, is what he said.
That's
and
right.
He showed us that
Geno Smith is
he's
a
that
good
guy.
quarterback.
He is that guy.
He took him to the playoffs. Now, the Niners did show.
They clapped that ass.
Yes, they did show them the exit, especially in the second half. My goodness.
See you later, buddy.
But
I still hate them. I hope they screw up in the draft. I wish nothing but the worst for this team. I think it's mainly why I put them in dumpster fire, honestly, because I hate them so much.
I think you feel about the Seahawks the way I feel about Brady.
Yeah, fuck them. Fuck them. Pro Bowlers definitely deserve this the most. Geno Smith at quarterback.
Absolutely.
Tariq Woolen, who was amazing. Quandre Diggs, amazing.
Absolutely.
And then Jason Myers at kicker.
Yep.
They've got a good chance to rebuild that Legion of Boom defense.
They do.
With Bruce Irvin, I didn't know this, but Bruce Irvin is the last player on that team. He came back to the team.
Mm-hmm.
He's the last player from that Legion of Boom defense.
Ooh.
Remaining on that team.
Interesting.
Isn't that crazy?
And they still got McCaffrey, who I think is kind of overrated. McCaffrey.
I
mean, not McCaffrey. Wait, who am I thinking about? Who's it? I don't know. I can't
or who? What are you talking about? What position?
Wide receiver, I think.
Wide receiver is DK and
Metcalf. I said McCaffrey.
I'm like,
I was thinking of Metcalf.
It sounded close.
Yeah.
He got locked up.
Yeah.
Couldn't do anything good. So fuck you guys. And last
but certainly not least. The
least.
team that just showed the Seahawks the exit,
and with a third string Mr. Irrelevant quarterback.
Go ahead and give it to a big fella.
Them. Not a firm. 49ers.
The 49ers.
We
put them.
We weren't wrong.
In
playoffs.
Playoffs, yeah.
Why'd you go down there?
I don't know. I thought for some reason we put them in tough to beat, but we put them in playoff contenders. No, I know we didn't put them there. I thought we put them in tough to beat for some reason, but they were actually in the playoffs and they just won their first playoff game, along with the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Now, there's a reason we're gonna put them where we're gonna put them.
Yes.
Go ahead. All right. Now, no. And now I can talk
I call
about
it the Big Four.
The Big Four. Read them off to me, baby.
The good old Buffalo Bills.
Yes, sir.
The Kansas City Chiefs.
Agreeable.
The Philadelphia Eagles.
Deserved.
And the San Francisco 49ers.
Not because I'm biased.
I think those are the teams to look at when it comes to who's making the Super Bowl. And only 2 of them can. And I think the Niners have a great chance.
If we can get to Philly and beat them, by all means.
Yeah. Because the road to the Super Bowl in your division will be through the Eagles.
It is, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Unless somebody finds out how to beat them.
See, here's the thing, though. The Niners have a great chance to do that. Your defense is just as good. Your offense is probably better.
I've got a better running back. I don't care what you Eagles fans say.
Yeah.
Miles Sanders is overrated. Christian McCaffrey was snubbed from the Pro Bowl.
You got
this year.
2 hybrids.
Kiss my butthole.
You got 2 hybrids. Debo's a hybrid.
Oh, yeah.
And McCaffrey's a hybrid.
Oh, yeah. Well, both of them boys can be quarterbacks.
Yeah.
Both of them can be receivers. Both of them can be running backs.
Yep.
I've got a WRB QB.
Mm-hmm. And you guys have a great tight end.
Oh, George is my man. So at beginning or middle of the season, we were, I think, 3-4.
Yeah.
10-game winning streak,
That
13-4.
ridiculous.
First place in the NFC West.
They just could not lose.
Best midseason acquisition in the NFL history.
Absolutely. They couldn't lose.
But here's the thing. Who was our starting quarterback this year?
Mr. Irrelevant.
No. It was
starting
Trey Lance.
was Trey Lance.
Got hurt.
End up getting hurt. They're like, oh, well, good thing we signed Jimmy G to another deal.
Got hurt.
He got hurt. Here comes third string
Brock Purdy.
Mr. Irrelevant, Brock Purdy, and they could not lose.
You know what we're gonna call him? BCB.
Yes, sir.
Big Cock Brock.
Yes, sir.
Brock Purdy.
I cannot believe this team. It's unbelievable.
I always put myself in a position every year to wait for them to lose.
Yeah.
Because I've been there through the Harbaugh. I've been there from the Mike or not fucking Mike's. Is it Mike Singletary? Yeah, Mike Singletary era. I was there for the Jim Tomsula / what's the porn star's name? Ron Jeremy.
Yeah.
Era. I've been through Chip Kelly.
Yes.
I've been through. What the hell?
Well, you already said Harbaugh.
Yeah, there was another guy I want to say, but I've been through Colin Kaepernick.
Yep.
I've been through 2 sad Super Bowl losses.
Yep.
We're coming.
They're coming, man.
I
Never count the Niners out.
I'm a believer this year
The Niners are never irrelevant.
because now, this year,
You got a Shanahan
I got a Shanahan.
on the sidelines, baby.
I got a Trent Williams.
You got a Trent Williams.
I got a Kyle Juicy Juice.
You got a Juicy Juice.
I got a George Kittle.
You got a McGriddle Kittle.
I got a Nick Bosa bear
You
leg
got a
fucking
Bosa.
Godzilla.
You got a Bosa.
I've got a Fred Warner human rocket.
Yes, you do.
I've got a Talanoa Hufanga.
Yes.
I've got a Christian McCaffrey.
Yes, you do.
I've got a Dre Greenlaw.
Yes, you do.
I've got Mr. Irrelevant.
Yes, you do.
Did not think that this was going to be the way they were going to be this year.
Yeah.
Especially against the AFC West.
You lose your first and second string quarterback. That's nuts.
And
you couldn't lose.
Brock Purdy decides it's my time, bitch.
Yep.
I'm going to Tom Brady this mofo.
Yep.
And I am going to build my legacy.
That's right. No other team who had that happen to them this season were as good as they were. Because there were teams who lost both quarterbacks.
Oh, yeah.
And they did not show up like the Niners did.
I forgot to say I've got a Debo.
Debo.
One of the, I would say, let's see, where can I place him in the top 5? Top 5 wide receivers.
We had a bit of a scare last season. Thought he wasn't going to come back.
Nope. We weren't too concerned, apparently, because he's been more relevant than Brock Purdy this year.
He was more relevant last year.
Ayuk's been relevant.
Ayuk's been great.
Kittle's been relevant.
Oh, he always is.
McCaffrey has been
coming from the Panthers.
After losing against them.
Yeah.
I think the next game or the game after that, they traded.
Yeah.
It was like, oh, we just lost to the Niners.
Why?
Hey, by the way, we're going to give them.
Yeah, we're gonna give them to you. Why? It still blows my mind that the Panthers even let him go. That amazes me. Why?
And he got snubbed from the Super Bowl or
For the Pro Bowl.
Can you believe that?
He's been great this season. He was great before he got traded.
It is a very, very, very depressing thing.
But
well
it is
deserved.
what it is. Yeah.
In the San Francisco 49ers, your hopefully new Super Bowl champions.
That'd be wild, man.
With Mr. Irrelevant, who's going to get a movie made after him if he takes them there and wins.
Yeah. It's gonna be a tough road.
It's been a tough season.
Yeah. And if you guys get there through this bird,
birds.
if you get through them, I'd say it's a successful season. Obviously, every team wants to win the bowl. I know the Niners want to bring it home again.
For the first time since
good Lord.
94.
If you will have to face either the Chiefs or the Bills, and
I think
woo, what would you who would you rather face, especially after going through the Eagles?
I think the Bills.
Yeah, I would too. I don't want anything to do with Mahomes. I mean, my goodness, and the Bills are going to have to beat the Chiefs.
Yeah, I don't want to play against Travis Kelce.
Yeah,
he always finds a way to get open.
Oh yeah, for some reason he's always just wide open downfield. I'm like, what happened?
Got that bad blood against them in that Super Bowl.
Yep.
I don't want to play Kansas City.
I don't think anybody does.
I hope the Bengals beat them.
Yep. That's the only team that's really been giving me fits.
And I hope the Bengals beat the Bills.
Yeah.
And we play the Bengals in the Super Bowl. That's my dream.
That'd be wild. Cincinnati's going to lose their mind again.
Honestly, my dream would be to play Jacksonville in the Super Bowl, so we'd have the easiest game ever.
Hilarious.
That'd be fun.
You won't have the easiest game ever because of who they just went through to get there.
We'll be fun. We'll be fun. But there is your NFL tier list for the end of 2022-2023 season.
We definitely screwed the last one up.
We were wrong.
We were very wrong.
And we will do this again coming August. End of August.
Yep. So I guess in terms of that, we'll see you next year. But the playoffs continue to roll. We'll continue to make comments about it, and we'll see what happens.
Oh, and update for anybody that cares. The game that is on right now at this minute would be
game.
Buffalo and the Dolphins, and it is a 9-17 Buffalo over Miami game right now.
That is true.
So
I'm surprised they let them come back that much.
Beating Buffalo is possible.
It's possible. I don't think it's going to happen.
It is. So,
but yeah, you would definitely want Buffalo more than Kansas City.
Sure.
I mean, and all of Kansas City's healthy. They're all ready to go.
Boom.
They have who do they have? Who do they even have on IR? Anybody?
I don't know.
For some reason, Kansas City is always in good shape. So whatever they're doing, whatever's in the water, they stay healthy. They play well.
But that, my friends, is it.
Thanks for staying with us.
It's been
a great NFL season.
Thanks for subscribing.
Thanks for subscribing.
Thanks for clicking that like button.
Thanks for clicking the like button.
Thanks for just listening to our bullshit.
Thanks for hitting that follow button.
Ooh, the follow button.
Yeah.
Make sure you tell everybody else about it.
Let your friends and family know.
I tell people on Call of Duty about it.
Yeah, you do before you get shot down. Yeah.
Like, follow Itchy Sweater Podcast. What the hell did that guy just ramble about?
What did he say? I think he said Itchy Sweater. Let's look that up.
What is Itchy Sweater?
That's what you should do.
Oh, I'm going to still.
No, I'm talking about the people who hear it
before they die.
Look it up.
Itchy Sweater Podcast.
Yeah, they should look it up. Oh, and shout us out if you play Call of Duty before you die. shout out the podcast.
Shout out the podcast and tag us in it.
We'll greatly appreciate it. All right. Podcast?
Podcast.
Podcast.